Michael,
Yes.
did you ever do anything off your first CD?
Off Unusual Weather. Boy, not in a long time. Yeah, I don't think I can remember anything off there.
It's been a long time?
It's been
86?
86, yeah, 21 years. I did the record when I was 5.
I bought it when I was 2.
So should we talk about this crazy bass? Probably.
Yeah.
The Hyperbass?
Hyperbass from space. So I always loved the bass guitar, and I always felt like it could do all this crazy stuff. And all my friends kept telling me, you know, just play. I liked playing that. I thought that was a lot of fun, but I just felt like there was all this other stuff the bass could do. And so I started just kind of goofing around with it and having fun and seeing what kinds of things I could do with it. And one of the things I started doing a lot was changing the tuning, which is not something you normally do on a bass, but it seemed to me the bass was really receptive to altered tunings. So I couldn't think of any reason not to do it, except for the degree to which it made me a social outcast, I guess. It's kind of interesting when you start dating a girl and says, so what kind of things are you interested in? And, well, I really like playing bass and you know, spend a lot of time changing the tuning of the bass. But I just kept doing it and kept having so much fun. I didn't really worry that much about what other people thought about it. And eventually I got to the point where people actually asked me to play solo shows like this. And in the solo shows I was playing, I was using lots and lots of different tunings for a lot of the shows I played. Every piece would be in a different tuning. So I just kept finding all these fun tunings I could get into. And I decided that the next step beyond that would be to try to get a bass that allowed me to change the tunings while I was playing and not have to stop and change tunings. And I had some ideas for that, and I talked to a number of guitar builders about these ideas for a bass that would allow me to change tuning while I was playing. And most of them encouraged me to seek therapy. But I met this guy, Zon, and he thought it was a really good idea, and he had some ideas of his own. So we started working together to design this bass, which he calls the Zon Manring Hyperbass. It says right there, Zon Manring Hyperbass.
So you can buy one of those, right?
You can buy one of these if you don't mind selling your car. Christmas is coming up, so
Get it for half on Harry Hines, right?
anyway, the system we came up with for changing the tunings on this instrument is in 2 parts. And the first part of it's up here at the headstock. These tuning keys have little levers on them, and when I move the lever, the whole tuning key tilts like this and drops the string down a pitch. And how far it drops down is dependent on the setting of the set screw, which is what I was just goofing with there. And I can drop it down as far as I want, anywhere from a half step to maybe as much as a fifth. half of the tuning system is here at the bridge. This is kind of a bizarre bridge that allows me to change the tuning of all the strings at the same time if I want to. I can change just 2 or 3 or all 4 strings simultaneously with the bridge. And so I use these two systems in combination to do really weird stuff. And so maybe I'll play a piece with a lot of tuning changes. And I'll send this out to Brian and Michelle, who were so kind to open up their house to
Yes.
allow me to do this.
There's a story behind this too.
There's a story behind all of them, right? Just, if you want me to shut up and play, just tell me.
It's a story. It's a story. It's a Christmas story.
Oh, there's a bunch of different versions of the story. Actually, this piece is named after E. Cummings' first book. E. Cummings is a great American poet, one of the greatest, really. But his first book was not poetry, it was prose, about his experiences as an ambulance driver in World War I. He was a conscientious objector, so they put him in an ambulance corps. And it's a beautiful book that he wrote called The Enormous Room, and I don't know if he meant it that way, but I always took the symbolism to be how the whole world is kind of one enormous room, and we all kind of have to deal with it together. That may be a terrible oversimplification of the subtle symbology that he was going for, but I just thought it was a beautiful idea. So this is called The Enormous Room.